Question 1. In the underwriting process, one of the most important factors in determining whether an insurance application will be approved or denied is the risk assessment. Which of the following best describes the concept of risk selection in underwriting? A. The process of reviewing an applicant's financial background to determine their ability to pay premiums. B. The process of categorizing applicants based on the likelihood of them filing claim. C. The process of evaluating the applicant's policy coverage options to maximize profitability. D. The process of determining the insurance premium amount based on the applicant's income. Answer: B. The process of categorizing applicants based on the likelihood of them filing a claim. Explanation: risk selection is the core of underwriting and involves assessing the potential for loss based on the applicant's profile. Underwriters evaluate various factors such as the applicant's medical history, lifestyle, and past claims to estimate the likelihood of future claims. The goal is to ensure that the risks accepted by the insurer are manageable and profitable. This process helps in categorizing applicants into low, medium, or high-risk categories, allowing underwriters to make informed decisions on coverage options. Option A is incorrect because financial background checks are part of the broader underwriting process but not specifically part of risk selection. Option C is incorrect because evaluating coverage options pertains more to policy pricing and terms, not risk selection. Option D is incorrect as premium determination is influenced by risk classification but is not the same as risk selection. Question 2. Mr. Jacobs, an underwriter at a New Jersey-based insurer, has received an application for life insurance from a 50-year-old applicant with a history of heart disease. The applicant currently has no active symptoms but has had surgeries in the past. Which of the following actions should Mr. Jacobs take according to New Jersey underwriting standards? A. Immediately approve the policy at standard rates because the applicant has no current symptoms. B. Decline the application outright due to the applicant's past medical history. C. Issue the policy at standard rates without requiring further medical examinations, as heart disease is no longer a concern. D. Request additional medical records and consider the applicant's overall health before making decision. Answer: D. Request additional medical records and consider the applicant's overall health before making decision. Explanation: under New Jersey insurance regulations, underwriters are required to make decisions based on thorough evaluation of the applicant's complete medical history and current health status. The presence of heart disease, even if there are no active symptoms, can still represent significant risk. Therefore, it is necessary to request medical records or conduct further examinations to better understand the applicant's health and potential risks. This helps in assessing whether the applicant should be offered coverage, at what rates, or whether exclusions should be applied. Option A is incorrect because approving the policy without considering the applicant's medical history would expose the insurer to significant risks. Option B is incorrect because the mere presence of heart disease does not automatically result in an automatic denial. Further evaluation is needed. Option C is incorrect because past medical condition like heart disease should not be ignored, and further evaluation is necessary to determine eligibility. Question 3. Which of the following is true regarding underwriting authority and limits in New Jersey? A. Underwriting authority is typically delegated to individual agents without any upper limit on the size of policies they can approve. B. Underwriting authority is usually granted with specific guidelines and limits based on the agent's experience and expertise. C. Underwriting authority is only provided to senior managers who have years of experience in the insurance industry. D. Underwriting authority in New Jersey is determined by the government and applies universally across all insurance companies. Answer: B. Underwriting authority is usually granted with specific guidelines and limits based on the agent's experience and expertise. Explanation: in New Jersey, as in most other states, underwriting authority is typically granted to agents and underwriters within specific guidelines and limits depending on their level of experience, expertise, and the insurance company's policies. These limits are established to ensure that underwriters do not take excessive risks that could negatively impact the insurer's profitability or solvency, while senior managers may have higher authority limits, generally not given that only they can approve policies. The guidelines are established by the insurer and reflect industry best practices, not dictated by the state. Option A is incorrect because agents do not have unlimited underwriting authority and must work within specified guidelines and limits. Option C is incorrect because while senior managers may have broader authority, underwriting authority is not limited only to them. Option D is incorrect because underwriting authority is not determined by the state government but by the individual insurance company. Question 4. Which of the following factors is not typically considered when assessing loss exposure in underwriting? A. The applicant's age and health history. B. The applicant's geographic location and associated risks, e.g. floods, earthquakes. C. The applicant's previous insurance claim history. D. The applicant's preferred payment plan, monthly or annual premium. Answer: D. The applicant's preferred payment plan, monthly or annual premium. Explanation: loss exposure refers to the potential risk of financial loss that an insurer faces when underwriting policy. Factors like the applicant's health history, location, and previous claims are essential in determining the level of risk an insurer will assume. The payment plan is related to premium payment schedules and does not directly influence the loss exposure associated with applicant. Option A is incorrect because age and health history are critical in assessing risk, particularly for life or health insurance underwriting. Option B is incorrect because the geographic location influences risk assessments, such as areas prone to natural disasters. Option C is incorrect because previous claim history is a key indicator of the applicant's risk profile. Question 5. In the context of underwriting, what is adverse selection? A. The tendency for high-risk individuals to seek out insurance more frequently than low-risk individuals. B. The process of selecting policyholders based on their geographic location. C. The practice of underwriting policies based on previous claims made by an applicant. D. The method of adjusting premiums based on the applicant's credit score. Answer A. The tendency for high-risk individuals to seek out insurance more frequently than low-risk individuals. Explanation: adverse selection occurs when individuals who perceive themselves as higher risk are more likely to purchase insurance, while lower-risk individuals may opt out or buy less coverage. This can lead to an imbalance in the risk pool, making it more difficult for insurers to maintain profitability. Insurers use guidelines and risk classification to mitigate adverse selection and ensure that premiums reflect the actual risk. Option B is incorrect because while location is a factor in underwriting, adverse selection specifically refers to the imbalance in risk selection. Option C is incorrect because adverse selection is about who chooses insurance, not about the consideration of claims made. Option D is incorrect because credit score adjustments are a part of underwriting but not directly related to adverse selection. Question 6. What is the primary purpose of underwriting guidelines in an insurance company? A. To establish the premium rates based on the applicant's financial background. B. To outline the criteria for determining the eligibility of applicants and assessing risks. C. To determine the advertising strategies of the insurance company. D. To identify the agents responsible for handling specific types of policies. Answer: B. To outline the criteria for determining the eligibility of applicants and assessing risks. Explanation: underwriting guidelines are crucial in establishing the criteria for accepting or rejecting applicants based on risk factors such as medical history, occupation, and lifestyle. These guidelines ensure consistency in the underwriting process and help underwriters assess risks and determine whether coverage should be provided. The guidelines also help ensuring that the insurer maintains profitability by avoiding excessive exposure to high-risk individuals. Option A is incorrect because while underwriting guidelines play a role in pricing, their primary purpose is to evaluate risks and determine eligibility. Option C is incorrect because underwriting guidelines are not related to marketing or advertising strategies. Option D is incorrect because agents' responsibilities are determined by their job role, not underwriting guidelines. Question 7. When an insurer decides to decline an application for coverage, which of the following must they provide according to New Jersey insurance regulations? A. A formal written explanation of the denial with the specific reasons for the decision. B. A refund of the application fee regardless of the decision. C. A second opportunity for the applicant to submit additional documentation. D. A detailed explanation of alternative policies that could cover the applicant's needs. Answer A. A formal written explanation of the denial with the specific reasons for the decision. Explanation: under New Jersey insurance laws, if an insurer decides to decline an application for coverage, they are required to provide the applicant with a written explanation detailing the specific reasons for the denial. This transparency ensures that applicants are informed about the basis of the decision and provides them an opportunity to address any issues or seek alternative coverage if needed. Option B is incorrect because the application fee is typically non-refundable unless the insurer fails to process the application properly. Option C is incorrect because a second opportunity to submit documentation is not a mandatory requirement when an application is declined. Option D is incorrect because while insurers may offer alternative coverage options, it is not a regulatory requirement to do so in every case of denial. Question 8. Which of the following is not a characteristic of specialty lines insurance? A. It provides coverage for unique risks not typically covered under standard policies. B. It requires specialized knowledge and expertise to underwrite properly. C. It is only available for individuals with high-risk profiles. D. Includes coverage types such as cyber, aviation, and marine insurance. Answer: C. It is only available for individuals with high-risk profiles. Explanation: specialty lines insurance is designed to cover unique or uncommon risks that are not typically addressed by standard policies such as cyber insurance, aviation, or marine insurance. These lines require specialized knowledge and expertise for proper underwriting. While specialty lines may cover high-risk situations, they are not exclusively for high individuals. These policies are available for a broad range of clients with specific needs. Option A is incorrect because specialty lines are specifically designed to cover unique risks. Option B is incorrect because specialty lines require underwriting expertise due to the specialized nature of the coverage. Option D is incorrect because cyber, aviation, and marine insurance are examples of specialty lines coverage. Question 9. In New Jersey, which of the following actions is not allowed when an underwriter is making a decision regarding a health insurance application? A. Discriminating against applicants based on their race, gender, or sexual orientation. B. Using an applicant's family medical history to determine eligibility for coverage. C. Considering the applicant's occupation in the assessment of health insurance risks. D. Evaluating the applicant's current medical conditions when underwriting. Answer A. Discriminating against applicants based on their race, gender, or sexual orientation. Explanation: New Jersey's insurance laws prohibit discrimination based on race, gender, or sexual orientation in the underwriting process. Insurance companies must evaluate applicants based on objective criteria related to the applicant's health status, occupation, medical history, and other relevant risk factors, but not on character, such as race, gender, or sexual orientation. Discriminatory practices violate both state and federal laws. Option B is incorrect because family medical history is a legitimate factor in assessing health risks, particularly in life and health insurance underwriting. Option C is incorrect because occupational risks are often a key factor in determining eligibility and pricing in health insurance. Option D is incorrect because evaluating current medical conditions is essential in underwriting health insurance applications to assess the risk of covering the individual. Question 10. Which of the following best defines underwriting authority? A. The process of determining which risks to accept and which to decline. B. The level of decision-making power an underwriter has in approving or denying coverage. C. The process of calculating premiums based on an applicant's risk profile. D. The legal framework that governs underwriting activities in New Jersey. Answer B. The level of decision-making power an underwriter has in approving or denying coverage. Explanation: Underwriting authority refers to the scope of decision-making power granted to an underwriter within an insurance company. This includes determining whether to accept or decline a policy application and deciding on the terms and conditions of coverage. Underwriting authority is typically based on the underwriter's experience, expertise, and the company's established guidelines. Option A is incorrect because risk selection is part of the underwriting process but not direct definition of underwriting authority. Option C is incorrect because premium calculation is a separate task influenced by the underwriter's decisions but not the definition of underwriting authority. Option D is incorrect because the legal framework governs underwriting but does not define underwriting authority itself. Question 11. Which of the following is the primary objective of risk classification in underwriting? A. To ensure that premiums are set at a uniform rate across all applicants. B. To group applicants into categories based on similar risk factors to assess premium pricing accurately. C. To reject all high-risk applicants from obtaining insurance coverage. D. To apply personal biases in selecting policyholders based on subjective criteria. Answer: B. To group applicants into categories based on similar risk factors to assess premium pricing accurately. Explanation: risk classification helps insurers group applicants based on similar risk profiles, ensuring that premiums are tailored to reflect the actual level of risk each individual poses. This method prevents unfair pricing and ensures that the insurer can adequately cover potential claims. It ensures fairness in the pricing process. Essential for effective underwriting. Option A is incorrect because premiums should vary based on risk classifications rather than be uniform. Option C is incorrect because high-risk applicants are not automatically rejected. They may receive higher premiums or specific coverage exclusions. Option D is incorrect because underwriting should be based on objective criteria and not personal biases. Question 12. In underwriting, which of the following statements best describes the concept of underwriting authority? A. It refers to the power to cancel an insurance policy after it has been issued. B. It refers to the limits within which an underwriter can approve or deny applications and set terms. C. It is the ability to advertise insurance policies to potential customers. D. It relates to the authority to revise policy premiums after underwriting approval. Answer: B. It refers to the limits within which an underwriter can approve or deny applications and set terms. Explanation: underwriting authority outlines the limits an underwriter has in making decisions about policy applications. This includes whether the application is approved, denied, or altered, as well as setting the terms and conditions. Authority levels can vary based on an underwriter's experience and the insurer's internal policies. Option A is incorrect because cancellation of policy after issuance is not the primary focus of underwriting authority, which pertains to policy acceptance and conditions. Option C is incorrect because advertising falls under marketing, not underwriting decisions. Option D is incorrect because revising premiums usually occurs in response to certain conditions or changes, not as part of underwriting authority. Question 13. Mr. Thomas, a 45-year-old individual, has applied for health insurance. His family medical history includes multiple heart disease cases. According to the underwriting process, which factor is most likely to influence the decision on his application? A. His profession as an accountant with a sedentary work lifestyle. B. His family medical history of heart disease. C. His hobby of playing tennis twice a week. D. His marital status and whether he has children. Answer: B. His family medical history of heart disease. Explanation: family medical history is a significant factor in underwriting health insurance, especially when assessing risk for conditions like heart disease. Underwriters use this information to evaluate the applicant's likelihood of developing similar health issues. Option A is less influential, as occupation alone is not as impactful as personal health or family history in this case. Option C is not highly relevant since regular exercise can mitigate health risks, particularly for heart disease. Option D is generally not used to evaluate health insurance risks unless it directly correlates to the applicant's health needs. Question 14. Which of the following is a key reason why insurers might decline an applicant during the underwriting process? A. The applicant's choice of payment frequency for premiums. B. The applicant's non-disclosure of material facts that affect their insurability. C. The applicant's decision to renew the policy before the expiration date. D. The applicant's preference for certain types of coverage limits. Answer: B. The applicant's non-disclosure of material facts that affect their insurability. Explanation: non-disclosure of material facts such as pre-existing conditions or significant risks can significantly affect the underwriting process and may lead to the denial of an application. If material information is withheld, it increases the risk for the insurer. Option A is incorrect because payment frequency does not typically influence whether an application is accepted or declined. Option C is incorrect because renewing policy early is a normal process and doesn't affect the eligibility. Option D is incorrect because the preference for coverage limits is not typically basis for rejection. Question 15. In New Jersey, which of the following must always be included in an insurance contract for it to be legally enforceable? A. A clause outlining the insurer's right to cancel the policy after issuance. B. Statement of coverage limitations that reflects the insurer's discretion. C. Clear definition of the risks being covered and the terms of coverage. D. List of all insured parties, including the applicant's immediate family. Answer: C. A clear definition of the risks being covered and the terms of coverage. Explanation: for an insurance contract to be legally enforceable, it must clearly define the risks being covered and the conditions of coverage. This is essential for the protection of both the insurer and the insured, ensuring there is mutual understanding about what is and isn't covered under the policy. Option A is incorrect because cancellation clauses are not a required feature in all insurance contracts. Option B is incorrect because coverage limitations are important but must be clearly defined and not left to discretion. Option D is incorrect because the contract focuses on the policyholder, not the immediate family. Question 16. Which of the following is true about the role of underwriting guidelines? A. Underwriting guidelines set the final premiums for policies without any room for negotiation. B. They help underwriters decide which applicants to accept, deny, or offer modified terms. C. They require underwriters to accept all applications that meet basic criteria. D. They allow agents to determine eligibility, premium rates, and policy terms without underwriting involvement. Answer. B. They help underwriters decide which applicants to accept, deny, or offer modified terms. Explanation. Underwriting guidelines provide a framework for evaluating applicants and determining the terms of coverage. They assist underwriters in assessing risk, ensuring consistency, and adhering to company policies in making decisions. Option A is incorrect because premiums may vary based on additional factors and final rates are often determined after review. Option C is incorrect because underwriters do not accept all applicants without assessing risk. Option D is incorrect because underwriting decisions are made by underwriters, not agents who are involved in sales. Question 17. Mr. Hughes has applied for a homeowner's policy. He lives in a flood-prone area but has not disclosed this information. How should the insurer handle this during the underwriting process? A. Deny coverage entirely due to the flood risk. B. Offer coverage but a higher premium due to the disclosed risk. C. Decline the application for non-disclosure of material facts. D. Offer a basic policy excluding coverage for flood damage. Answer. C. Decline the application for non-disclosure of material facts. Explanation. Failure to disclose material facts, such as living in a flood-prone area, is a key reason for denying an insurance application. Non-disclosure of such information leads to the insurer assuming a higher risk than expected, which could affect the overall underwriting process and coverage decision. Option A is incorrect because the insurer should first handle the non-disclosure issue. Option B is incorrect because the failure to disclose material facts typically results in a denial rather than an adjustment to premiums. Option D is incorrect because the applicant's non-disclosure of material facts invalidates the application. Question 18. Which of the following is a key principle behind the use of predictive analytics in underwriting? A. To increase premiums for all applicants regardless of risk. B. To use historical data and patterns to predict future risks more accurately. C. To exclude all high-risk applicants from receiving coverage. D. To reduce the underwriting process by eliminating manual reviews. Answer. B. To use historical data and patterns to predict future risks more accurately. Explanation. Predictive analytics leverages historical data and statistical models to predict the likelihood of future events, such as claims. This allows insurers to more accurately assess risk and set premiums based on actual data patterns, improving the underwriting process. Option A is incorrect because predictive analytics aims to set premiums based on risk, not to increase premiums for all. Option C is incorrect because high-risk applicants may still receive coverage but at a higher cost or with specific exclusions. Option D is incorrect because predictive analytics enhances underwriting but doesn't completely eliminate manual review. Question 19. In property insurance underwriting, which factor is most likely to influence the valuation of property? A. The age of the applicant's household members. B. The overall condition and maintenance of the property. C. The number of rooms in the applicant's house. D. The applicant's credit history. Answer. B. The overall condition and maintenance of the property. Explanation. In property insurance underwriting, the condition and maintenance of the property are crucial in determining the potential risk of damage or loss. A well-maintained property is less likely to sustain damage and therefore may qualify for better rates. Option A is incorrect because the age of household members generally does not affect property valuation in underwriting. Option C is incorrect because the number of rooms is not a primary factor in property valuation for underwriting purposes. Option D is incorrect because while credit history can influence premiums, it does not directly impact the valuation of property itself. Question 20. Which of the following describes A main advantage of technology and automation in the underwriting process: A. It eliminates the need for underwriters to make any decisions. B. It enables quicker risk assessments and more accurate pricing. C. It increases the likelihood of adverse selection. D. It prevents insurers from offering coverage to high-risk individuals. Answer: B. It enables quicker risk assessments and more accurate pricing. Explanation: automation and technology speed up the underwriting process by analyzing data quickly and more accurately. Automated systems can process vast amounts of information, leading to better pricing decisions and faster policy issuance. Option A is incorrect because technology assists underwriters, not replaces them entirely. Option C is incorrect because technology can help prevent adverse selection by making data-driven decisions. Option D is incorrect because technology does not automatically prevent insurers from offering coverage to high-risk individuals. Instead, it helps to assess risk more accurately, which may result in higher premiums or specific coverage exclusions for high-risk individuals. Question 21. Which of the following is an example of moral hazard in insurance? A. A person applying for life insurance who has a history of heart disease. B. An individual who drives recklessly because they have comprehensive auto insurance. C. A homeowner taking proper care of their property to avoid claims. D. A business purchasing insurance against potential fire damage. Answer: B. An individual who drives recklessly because they have comprehensive auto insurance. Explanation: moral hazard refers to the tendency of individuals to take on more risk because they are insured and do not bear the full financial consequences of their actions. In this case, the individual drives recklessly because they believe their insurance will cover any potential damages. Option A is an example of adverse selection where the applicant's health history may influence the underwriting process, but it doesn't involve the insured's behavior after the policy is issued. Option C reflects responsible behavior, not moral hazard. Option D is an example of risk management, not moral hazard. Question 22. Which of the following best describes the main purpose of reinsurance in the insurance industry? A. To reduce the number of policies written by primary insurers. B. To provide a safety net for insurers by spreading the risk of large losses. C. To allow insurers to set lower premiums for their customers. D. To prevent insurers from offering coverage for high-risk individuals. Answer: B. To provide a safety net for insurers by spreading the risk of large losses. Explanation: reinsurance is a way for insurance companies to manage their risk by transferring part of the risk to other insurers. This helps the primary insurer avoid the financial burden of large claims and catastrophic losses. Option A is incorrect because reinsurance doesn't reduce the number of policies written. It helps insurers manage the risks associated with the policies they write. Option C is incorrect because reinsurance doesn't directly impact premium setting, although it may indirectly influence financial stability. Option D is incorrect because reinsurance does not directly deal with high-risk individuals. It helps insurers spread risk for large losses. Question 23. In the underwriting process, the term moral hazard refers to which of the following behaviors? A. A person intentionally failing to disclose a pre-existing medical condition on their insurance application. B. A homeowner neglecting maintenance of their property because they have insurance. C. A driver following traffic laws strictly to prevent accidents. D. A company misrepresenting its claims history to secure low premiums. Answer: B. A homeowner neglecting maintenance of their property because they have insurance. Explanation: moral hazard refers to risky behavior that arises when an individual or organization does not bear the full consequences of their actions because they are insured. In this case, the homeowner might neglect property maintenance because they know the insurance will cover potential damages. Option A describes fraud, not moral hazard. Option C describes responsible behavior, which is not related to moral hazard. Option D describes misrepresentation, not moral hazard. Question 24. Which of the following best defines the concept of adverse selection in the context of insurance underwriting? A. Insurers rejecting applications based on a history of claims. B. The tendency for individuals with higher risk to seek out insurance more than those with low risk. C. The use of risk management strategies to reduce potential claims. D. Insurers offering equal coverage and premiums to all applicants regardless of their risk profile. Answer: B. The tendency for individuals with higher risk to seek out insurance more than those with lower risk. Explanation: Adverse selection occurs when individuals who are at higher risk are more likely to seek insurance, while those with lower risk may opt out. This creates an imbalance and could lead to financial instability for insurers. Option A is an example of risk assessment but not adverse selection. Option C is incorrect because risk management involves handling risk, not the selection of policyholders based on risk. Option D describes equal treatment in underwriting, which could exacerbate adverse selection by offering the same terms to all applicants. Question 25. Which of the following is the primary benefit of using automated underwriting systems? A. It reduces the need for underwriters to review applications manually. B. It eliminates the possibility of human error in risk assessment. C. It ensures that all policies are written without exclusions. D. It allows insurers to set premiums without considering risk factors. Answer A. It reduces the need for underwriters to review applications manually. Explanation. Automated underwriting systems streamline the process by reviewing applications and making decisions based on pre-established criteria. This reduces the need for manual intervention, speeds up the underwriting process, and improves efficiency. Option B is incorrect because automated systems can still have errors, though they reduce human error. Option C is incorrect because exclusions are still common in insurance policies, even with automation. Option D is incorrect because premiums are still based on risk assessment, even when automation is used. Question 26. Which of the following does not typically affect the underwriting decision for a life insurance policy? A. The applicant's age. B. The applicant's medical history. C. The applicant's income level. D. The applicant's favorite hobbies. Answer D. The applicant's favorite hobbies. Explanation. The primary factors affecting underwriting decisions for life insurance are age, medical history, and financial stability. While certain high-risk hobbies, e.g., skydiving, may be considered the applicant's favorite hobbies, in general do not usually affect the decision unless they represent direct health or risk concern. Option A is incorrect because age is a critical factor in determining life insurance premiums and eligibility. Option B is incorrect because medical history is key consideration in underwriting decisions. Option C is incorrect because income is relevant in determining the appropriate coverage amount and premium. Question 27. In underwriting, what is the main objective of claim history review? A. To evaluate the applicant's financial stability and income. B. To assess the likelihood of future claims based on past behavior. C. To determine the applicant's eligibility for any special discounts. D. To check whether the applicant has purchased insurance policies from other providers. Answer B. To assess the likelihood of future claims based on past behavior. Explanation. Reviewing an applicant's claim history helps underwriters assess the likelihood of future claims. History of frequent claims can indicate higher risk, which may result in higher premiums or the denial of coverage. Option A is not the primary purpose of claim history review. Income is assessed through other methods. Option C is not the main objective. Although discounts may be considered, claim history is more focused on risk assessment. Option D is irrelevant to the claim history review. Question 28. Which of the following best describes the fair discrimination principle in insurance underwriting? A. Offering the same coverage to all applicants, regardless of their risk level. B. Charging different premiums to applicants based on their risk profiles, but not on protected characteristics like race or gender. C. Using personal biases to set premium rates based on the applicant's background. D. Rejecting all applicants who pose potential financial burden to the insurer. Answer B. Charging different premiums to applicants based on their risk profiles, but not on protected characteristics like race or gender. Explanation. Fair discrimination in underwriting means assessing risk objectively and charging premiums based on factors that directly relate to the risk, such as age, health, or occupation, while avoiding discrimination based on protected characteristics like race, gender, or religion. Option A is incorrect because charging the same premiums regardless of risk leads to unfair pricing and can result in financial instability. Option C is incorrect because using personal biases violates ethical and legal standards in underwriting. Option D is incorrect because rejecting applicants based on risk alone is not a good practice in underwriting. They may be offered modified terms. Question 29. In underwriting, what is the primary purpose of medical underwriting? A. To assess the applicant's occupation and lifestyle risks. B. To evaluate the applicant's overall health to determine insurability and appropriate premiums. C. To review the applicant's financial situation for coverage eligibility. D. To determine if the applicant has any legal issues that could affect the policy. Answer: B. To evaluate the applicant's overall health to determine insurability and appropriate premiums. Explanation: medical underwriting is used to assess the applicant's health status, which helps determine the level of coverage, premiums, and whether they qualify for insurance at all. It is a critical factor in determining risk in health, life, and disability insurance. Option A focuses on lifestyle factors, not specifically health. Option C is a different aspect of underwriting related to financial evaluations. Option D is not directly related to the primary focus of medical underwriting. Question 30. Which of the following would most likely result in a denial of coverage during the underwriting process? A. An applicant has a prior history of heart disease, but they have fully recovered and are currently in good health. B. An applicant fails to disclose a past felony conviction on their insurance application. C. An applicant has a clean driving record and a low-risk occupation. D. An applicant is applying for insurance at a younger age, which generally results in low premiums. Answer: B. An applicant fails to disclose a past felony conviction on their insurance application. Explanation: non-disclosure or misrepresentation of material information during the underwriting process can result in the denial of coverage. In this case, failing to disclose a felony conviction is a material fact that could significantly affect the underwriting decision. Omitting or falsifying such information is considered a violation of the duty to provide accurate information and can lead to policy cancellation or denial. Option A is incorrect because recovering from a medical condition does not necessarily result in a denial as long as the applicant is currently in good health. Option C is incorrect because a clean driving record and low-risk occupation are generally favorable factors in the underwriting process. Option D is incorrect because applying for insurance at a younger age typically results in lower premiums, not a denial of coverage.